Hi, my name's Mia Shepard. I work for the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership. Southeast Oregon is amazing country. There's wide open vistas here and endless backcountry public land for sportsmen to hunt and fish. It's amazing to see all the hunters and fishermen out here, and sportsmen travel from all four corners of the state to experience the wide open vistas, the solitude, and the quality hunting these backcountry lands have to offer.
As a chukar hunter, probably 75 to 80% of the chukars in this state are on public land. And it allows almost unlimited numbers of people that want to hunt chukars to chase them around without asking permission. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't get a lot better.
Hi there, I'm Jim Martin. I'm a fish biologist from Oregon. I spent 30 years with the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife and used to be the Chief of Fisheries. I'm also a board member of the Theodore Roosevelt Conservation Partnership. TRCP is about having a voice for sportsmen. 60 million sportsmen get overlooked a lot.
The value of conserving these lands will promote healthy habitat for fish and wildlife, keep public access open, and boost rural economies that will benefit future generations.
The importance of the public land to sportsmen, in my view, it belongs to everybody, and sportsmen can use it as anybody else, a hiker or somebody that doesn't necessarily hunt. We're Rocky Mountain elk, Rocky Mountain mule deer, pronghorn antelope, California bighorn sheep, sage grouse, chukar, pheasant, quail, a variety of waterfowl, even though it's more federally managed. But it was all those first 6 species or so, just a lot of variability.
I'd like to talk a little bit about backcountry conservation, the importance of public land to our economies, but more importantly to our culture and our way of life. A lot of sportsmen in this country don't have private land that they have access to. They're relying on public land for their recreation and for the economic contribution that hunting and fishing makes to regional and local economies. When you're way out here in eastern Oregon like I am, it's a pretty narrow economic base. You have working landscapes, you have agriculture, in some places you have forestry, and you have tourism. And some of the most important tourists are the sportsmen who bring their family to enjoy the setting and enjoy the hunting and the fishing. Sportsmen across the country are looking for those kind of opportunities.
One of the greatest things a bio can have is a population of animals that summers and winters and breeds on public land and never gets in trouble. So the animals have a place to live and survive in years, decades to come. You don't have the conflict on public land between, for hunters in conflict with a private landowner. You don't have conflict of wildlife into crops and private property situations. It's just great from that standpoint.
As a sportsman, I want to see our public lands kept the way they are or made better. Right now, the Oregon BLM is amending 2 resource management plans that will determine the future of public lands in Southeast and Lakeview BLM districts.
One thing that's really important for elected officials to understand is that these economies are changing, but they're always going to be land-based. They're always going to be land-based, and sustainable management of our fish and wildlife resources is an important part of the economic mix.
Yeah. Dead bird, go find it. Dead bird.
Join the thousands of sportsmen working to conserve these backcountry lands by contacting the district BLM offices and letting them know that your public lands need to be conserved as backcountry conservation areas. To find out how you can get involved, visit www.trcp.org or check our Facebook page out.